Hi, my name is Allison. I'm 43 years old, and this is week 9 of my weight loss journey. I live alone in the woods with my dogs, and this week I decided that I would finally hit the pool and swim some laps. It's only been about 20 years.
I'm really out of shape. I used to do this in high school, but high school was a long time ago. Oh my God, I'm dead. I didn't swim very long because I don't have the physical fitness to swim very long. And I was super embarrassed about that for some reason. Like I was like, people are gonna think I wasn't here long enough, but people don't know what I was doing in the gym. What does it even matter if I was only in the pool for 20 minutes? It's my 20 minutes. It was my $20, and I'm proud of the fact that I did it. I'm proud of the fact that I did it. This feels like something I would want to repeat, but next time I will eat first, because doing this while fasting, although not dangerous, was a lot harder. So I have to be out and about the whole day today. Maverick is getting groomed right now, and then I'm volunteering at the Humane Society afterwards. So I'm gonna have to eat food out in order to break my fast, either from the grocery store or restaurant. So I'll have to make a decision on how I want to handle that. But food is the next thing on the agenda. I went to the grocery store and I got some raspberries. I don't care right now if they're a good choice. I was just looking for something I could get into my system immediately as I feel shaky. I don't like that feeling. And I don't care about small bites right now. Damn, those are good raspberries. They're not usually good. These ones are really good. That's a pleasant surprise. I can immediately feel the shaking stop. Now we're good. Okay. I will go get a proper lunch next, but in the meantime, I needed something immediately. Oh, those are so good.
After raspberries, I went and got a chimichanga, which, as you can probably tell, is one of my weaknesses. We also have a new Sephora in town, and Maverick came home from the groomers. I also went to my favorite kids' toy store and got my nephew some books for his birthday.
I just finished my first shift at the Humane Society and I had a lot of fun. Most of the dogs were out at adoption events, so there weren't too many dogs to walk, which meant that I got to spend quite a bit of time with each dog, which was fantastic. It was definitely harder than I expected, in the sense that the dogs are really cooped up, and so they pull really hard on the leash, and they're very excitable, which is all fine and good. I don't know why I thought it would be easier, but it was like physically challenging for me. There's no recording of the animals allowed. They were very specific about that. And now that I'm back in the car, my pups are wondering how and who did I cheat on them with. Now we're gonna head home and crash, because I actually took a nap before my shift started because I had about a half an hour, and I was so tired from swimming and then eating a meal that I just crashed out. So I'm very, very tired. So I think a nap is in my future.
Tonight was super rough, and it was my fault. I am somebody who enjoys escaping reality. I haven't really been interested in any of that stuff since I changed my diet, because it just doesn't hit the same, especially after I was taken off my psychiatric meds. It's way different now. So tonight I was cleaning the house and I decided that I would eat some of the chocolate bar that I have in my drawer, and that was a mistake. It's the same chocolate bar I've had before and it was just fine, so it wasn't a batch issue. It's that it literally hit different this time. I spent hours in bed being paranoid, and then puking, and then being highly emotional. All the things. Happy Saturday night to me. I was gonna go out and sing karaoke and see my friends, but none of that happened. But I will never do that again. It's not worth it. I don't have any interest in escaping reality like I used to. And that's pretty incredible. I'm also sad because it feels like I've lost another piece of me, but maybe losing it isn't the right way to look at it. Maybe I'm looking at my former self in the rearview mirror. And that comes with a little bit of sadness. That's okay. March 29th, 2025, the day I got sober.
It's Sunday, day 58, and I'm down to a new low. I lost 0.7 pounds from yesterday, and I'm down a total of 26.5 pounds. On this day, I went for a walk in the old growth forest near my house. You used to be able to camp in this park, but in 2007, they closed the camping for safety because sometimes the trees fall down. I've lived here 3 years, and I've probably only been to this park twice. I'd like to get there a lot more often because it's only 3 miles down the road. As you'll see, I actually made it to this park twice this week, and I'm pretty proud of that. I want to invest in a walking pad so that I can walk at home on my deck. I also made some egg bites. It's Monday, day 59, and I'm down to another new low.
I have a really busy week ahead. I have work. I have to travel for work, just down to Seattle, which is about 3 hours. And I have my nephew's birthday party this weekend coming up. So I am looking for a way to keep myself centered through all of this busyness in the coming week. And I think what I'm going to distract myself with is a 7-day water fast. I haven't decided when I'm going to start it, but it's going to be sometime this week. I've been reading Dr. Jason Fung's book called The Complete Guide to Fasting. Dr. Fung used to be over 400 pounds, and he's a nephrologist, which is a kidney doctor who has done a lot of studying of intermittent fasting. And it's recommended to do up to a 7-day fast once a year for cancer prevention. So I'm going to do it, mostly just to see if I can. And I'm going to be really gentle with myself in the sense that I'm not going to consider it a failure if I end early, because any amount of fasting is good for your body. Any amount of time that you can allow your gut to rest is a positive thing. And I've been finding that I'll set these lofty goals and then I'll feel like I'm a failure if I don't reach the arbitrary goal that I set. And I have to remind myself that's not how it works, because even if you didn't make it to, say, 24 hours on a fast, if you made it to 19, that's 19 hours that you let your gut rest. And that's a really, really big deal. So I'm reading his book right now, and I will bring to you what I'm learning as I lean into and prepare for this fast mentally. There isn't much to do to prepare physically. I want to make sure that I've gotten through the appropriate parts of the book so that I'm safe. But there really isn't much of a risk to fasting because it can end at any time. It's different than starvation. Starvation is when you don't know where your next meal is going to come from. And it comes with this binge at the end of it because you're terrified. And fasting is a conscious choice, and it can end at any time, and you're in complete control. So I will try and use that framing in my mind to psych myself up. And maybe I'll start tomorrow. I'm not sure. Maybe Wednesday. We'll see. I also signed up for a DEXA scan, and a DEXA scan is the most medically accurate way to understand your body composition, and it also measures your physical fitness. So I'm both excited and nervous. My DEXA scan will be in a couple of weeks. I wanted to go ahead and do this 7-day fast before I did the DEXA scan. This morning I'm down another 0.6 pounds from yesterday. I'm really excited about that. And my skin is looking really good. I've been staying away from fried foods, so I haven't had another flare-up of the chin acne. It's been healing. My eczema that had the flare-up from the yogurt last week is getting a little bit better. And I also started to use the tretinoin that was in my medicine cabinet that I was too afraid to use. And I'm on application number 4, maybe? I think so. I've had a little bit of peeling of my skin, but nothing too terrible. It has really changed the surface of my skin. I didn't think there was a way to address the sun damage that had caused enlarged pores here across my nose, but the tretinoin is doing something. I'm not recommending anyone try tretinoin. I'm recommending that you talk to your doctor if you're looking at improving the texture of your skin and seeing if it's right for you. I can't say whether it's right for you. Let's talk a little bit about the month of March. I'm sitting here looking at my calendar with all my data that usually hangs on the wall in my hallway, and let's talk about it. So in the month of March, 21 out of the 31 days in March, I lost weight. I went from the 280s, the mid 280s, to the high 260s. So that's exciting. I reached a new low 11 times. And I'm finding that the days that I most frequently gain weight are Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So if I were somebody who wanted to engage in once a week weighing, it looks like Wednesday would be my best day. That is the day of the week that I most consistently reached a new low. This might be an interesting exercise for folks, is to weigh for an entire month to determine your particular weight loss pattern and then determine what day of the week is most beneficial for you to weigh and then switch to that. I'm somebody who likes to weigh every day because it's really valuable data and reinforcement to me. But if you don't like that, maybe this whole collect data for a month and then decide what day to weigh thing might work for you. I don't know. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and start my day, put on my makeup, and I will see you later.
3 hours later.
It is 11:50 a.m. on Monday, March 31st. We're doing a 7-day water fast. So the rules for this water fast are that I can drink as much water as I want. Electrolytes are okay. Bone broth is good. No caffeine, no diet soda, no alcohol, and no food. Pretty straightforward, right? I'm gonna be flexible with myself, and I'm gonna use bone broth to lean on when things get tough because it helps with hunger. And if I end early, I end early, but we're gonna see if I can make it. So I will keep you posted throughout the week, and we'll have a celebration next Monday when I break my fast.
To be fair, you can't camp here because
Yeah.
they only bloom every couple of years, don't they?
I went out earlier to the park and walked with my neighbor, which was a nice way to get out of the house. For some reason, the fact that I've embarked on a 7-day fast is messing with my mind, and I want to eat so bad. I find this fascinating. It's totally a mind game, but I'm gonna win. Unless I physically need to eat, but that's not a loss. But I'm not gonna just give in because I don't want to anymore. That's what I mean when I say I'm gonna win. It's Tuesday, day 60 of my challenge, and I'm down to a new low. I've lost another 1.3 pounds. Today I had appointments in Big Town in the afternoon, so I decided to head in early and work from a coffee shop. They had some new art, which is always nice, and I got myself some tea. And I was lucky enough to get one of the private cubicles in the front window. I'm at hour 21 of my fast right now, and so far it was a little bit challenging yesterday. I think it was mental because I knew that I had placed such a lengthy restriction on myself. I struggled with hunger, but I made it through, and now we're out in the city and I'm working from a coffee shop in order to be able to attend an appointment this afternoon in town. I definitely struggle being in this coffee shop, wanting to eat some of the pastries, but I would say that the food noise is largely gone because I've been doing so much intermittent fasting. And I also realized this morning that I'm back to sleeping normally.
So that wired feeling from fasting that I was experiencing for the first couple of weeks is gone. And even without the magnesium, I'm sleeping well. I'll be here for a few hours working, and then I have an appointment to attend. And then I may head home or may go visit a friend after work. I'm not sure what the day holds, but in the meantime, I'm going to drink my delicious tea that cost $7. $7 for a tea bag? Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's just ridiculous. And we've only got 6 days left. Let's see how it goes. I just finished counseling and a doctor's appointment back to back, and stress makes me hungry. This is going to be rough. Whew. I don't feel very confident in this moment. After my appointment, I headed home, and the clouds were so beautiful today on the drive.
I'm having a pretty emotional evening tonight with some interpersonal stressors and a lot of tears. And what I can share in this 31st hour of my fast is that being highly emotional really hits your hunger in a major way. And so if you've ever tried intermittent fasting and you got particularly stressed and you fell off the wagon, don't beat yourself up too bad. I guess that's it. I felt sad, so I decided to cook. It's one of my favorite recipes. It's a Kahlua cake from the 1970s Moosewood cookbook. And usually it's a bunt, but the bunt never turns out. So this time I decided I'd make some cupcakes and see if those treated me better.
I felt like baking because I like to live on the wild side. I'm not going to have any. It's hour 34 maybe of my fast. I hope it's hour 34. And the hunger is largely gone. So let's hope that sticks around, because I have been pretty hungry these past couple of days. And I'm ready for that to end. It's 3:53 in the morning and I'm awake, wide awake. I can confidently say that extended fasting means that you need less sleep, for good or bad. So I'm up making dog food because I'm almost out. My big dog, Maverick, is allergic to beans, specifically garbanzos. And garbanzos is a major filler in all dog foods. So he can't eat any commercial dog foods without being sick. Yay! So every about 9 days I make dog food. And it's about that time. It's okay, Mitch. It's just a fire alarm. I've now reached the point where I have fasted longer than I've ever fasted before. I'm at a little over 43 hours, and the furthest I'd ever gotten before was 42 hours. I've had a stressful 24 hours with some family stuff, and if you're on my Discord community, you know what's going on. If you're not on my Discord community and you'd like to find a supportive community to help you with your weight loss goals, it's free, and you can find the link down in the description. We have over 70 members, and there's chatter all day long about different people's strategies and progress, and it's a real supportive and uplifting environment. So check it out. I encourage you to join us. What I have noticed so far at this point in the fast is that the stress that I've been experiencing for the last 24 hours really isn't affecting my hunger signals like it was earlier in the week. The hunger is almost gone. There's a low level rumble every once in a while, but nothing that I can't manage. And I'm still going to the bathroom. Like there should be nothing left in my intestines. So that kind of alarms me because it makes me wonder, what is the gunk that I'm cleaning out of my system? And I also really enjoy the sense of control. I live in the binary a lot, and that's something I'm working on because the world is full of shades of gray. But I just like being able to say, I'm not eating right now. I'm not even thinking about the meal that might end my fast. It's too far away to consider it. I still have 5 days left. But I feel more confident than I did yesterday. And I feel like unless I accidentally heavily overexert myself or go down a stress spiral that I can't anticipate at this moment, I think I'm going to be able to complete the fast. That's where I'm at right now. So stay tuned as I continue to provide updates and we reach 48 and then 72 and then we keep going on and on and on. And I'll keep you posted on how it goes. I heard from the vendor a couple weeks ago that they were having a big meeting. That dog food I was making needed to be portioned out, and I put them into 400-gram bags. I'm sitting at my desk, and it's almost the end of the day. I feel a little bit fatigued and a little bit hungry, but definitely nothing that I can't manage. If I had a very physically strenuous workout planned for the evening, which I don't because I don't have that level of fitness, I think this would be a lot harder. But because I'm a relatively sedentary person, I think it's going to work this time. So I'd say I feel good and the food noise is kind of gone. I kind of want some pizza, but I think I'm going to be able to resist that temptation. This is such a mind game. That's what it's all about. I sure hope it's worth it, but I'll never know, right? I'll never know because I won't know if this prevents cancer. I just won't get cancer. But I'll never know if this was the reason. The major reason I wanted to try this was first to see if I could, but then second, to reach cell regeneration and autophagy. It's known that extended fasting can help your body attack those mutant cells that are just waiting around wanting to become cancer. And if that's the case, it would make sense why the cancer rate has gone up so dramatically in the last many years. Nobody takes breaks between meals. We're all constantly eating unless we make a conscious effort not to.
Okay, folks, it's hour 53 and I'm ready to break my fast. I took a look at the book that I'm reading by Dr. Jason Fung, and it says that if you feel unwell at any point during the fasting, you must stop. You may feel hungry, but you should not feel faint, unwell, or nauseated. This is not normal, and you should not push through. And right now I feel both faint and unwell, not nauseated though. I think it's because I've had a really, really stressful week with a lot of emotional ups and downs. And I think I'm just out of fasting fuel. I just can't do it anymore. It's not me just giving up. It's me feeling really, really sick. I'm going to listen to my body and I'm going to break my fast. And I'm going to do that with some soup that I'm going to pull out of the freezer. And then after that, I'll have a little bit more substantial of a meal to get me back on track and stop this craziness. Not the fasting, but how I feel right now. It's intense. So stay tuned.
Let's do this. 53 hours. Oh my God, that tastes so good. Oh my God. Food. Oh man. If you've ever been a person who's like, no food tastes good anymore, fast. That'll change it. That'll change it big time. Because this tastes better than all the other soups I've had recently. And it's the same soup batch as before. It's just come out of the freezer. stopped at the store to get water, and it exploded all over me because it's sparkling water. So now I'm soaked. Hopefully it'll dry by the time I get to work.
Just kill me, I'm dead. I was away from the house for 18 hours today. And I drove 6 hours of those 18 hours. And I worked a full day. And I went to counseling. And I had a date. And I'm so tired. And now I'm gonna crash. It's Friday, here we go. It has been a really, really challenging week emotionally. Had a lot of stuff going on. And I'm ready for a break, but I don't think I'm gonna get that this weekend. I have to turn around and go all the way back down to the city tomorrow for my nephew's birthday, but we can get to the tomorrow stuff later. This week I lost a total of 3.8 pounds. I can't math. And I fasted for 133 hours, which is actually less than I fasted last week, but I lost more weight. And I think that's because of the timing of the fasts and the length. This week I had a 53-hour fast, which was the longest fast that I've ever completed. I learned this week that I don't know if I can date right now because the weight blindness being gone really makes me feel insecure and makes me wonder who might be interested in someone who hasn't taken care of themselves. And it kind of makes me place a value judgment on the person for wanting to step into a situation where someone has taken such poor care of themselves. And that makes me sad, but I also think that it's positive because I'm also looking for a partner who's fit and taking care of themselves. And I don't know that I'm going to be able to find that until I've transformed myself. And I think I understand why. I've learned that my stomach now is almost completely intolerant to spicy foods. The Thai food that I had yesterday made that apparent because it wasn't even spicy. I had a 2-star and my stomach is still upset today. Positive things. Our Discord community is hopping and the people who are in it are incredible. So if you're looking for a supportive environment to help you with your weight loss goals, it's free. Check out the link down in the description box below and we'd love to have you join us. There are also new channel memberships, and if you'd like to get your videos a day early, check those out by clicking the join button where you would normally see the subscribe button. If you still see the subscribe button, it means you haven't subscribed yet, and I'd love it if you would. It helps with the channel growth and also helps push videos out to other people who might benefit from them. If you're one of the few who've made it all the way to the end, please drop me a city-related emoji for all the trips I've made to the city this week. And next, I'd like you to check out this playlist of all my weight loss vlogs if you'd like to catch up to how we got to here in week 9 and also see how I lost the first 20 pounds in 40 days. Thank you for sticking with me, and if you're on your own weight loss journey, please remember, we've got this.